Welcome to the Sleep Outpost. If you enjoy drifting off to sleep with stories like this, hit subscribe so you never miss a new one. Now, settle in, take a deep breath, and let tonight's journey begin. Welcome. Settle in, let your pillow cradle your head, and close your eyes whenever you're ready. Tonight, we are going to sink gently beneath the surface of the sea, down through layers of blue and violet and indigo, into the quietest, most mysterious place on Earth, the deep ocean. Here are 100 cozy facts about the deep sea, spoken softly, just for you. 1. The ocean covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface. It holds roughly 321 million cubic miles of water, and most of it lies in total darkness, far below where sunlight can reach. 2. The deepest point in the ocean is the Challenger Deep, located in the Mariana Trench in the western Pacific. It plunges nearly 36,000 feet below the surface, deeper than Mount Everest is tall. 3. Below about 650 feet, sunlight fades to almost nothing. This boundary is called the Twilight Zone. Below it, the ocean becomes an eternal night, and yet it is full of life. 4. The deep ocean is the largest habitat on Earth. It makes up more than 90% of all living space on the planet, and we have explored less than 5% of it. 5. Water pressure in the deep ocean is immense. At the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the pressure is over 15,000 pounds per square inch, more than 1,000 times the pressure at the surface. 6. Despite this crushing pressure, creatures thrive there. Tiny shrimp-like amphipods have been found living at the very bottom of the Mariana Trench, calmly going about their lives in the dark. 7. The average temperature of the deep ocean is just above freezing, around 35 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a cold, still, peaceful place. 8. Ocean currents move slowly in the deep. A single drop of water can take over 1,000 years to complete a full circuit through the global ocean conveyor belt. 9. The color of the deep ocean, if you could see it, would be the purest, most saturated blue imaginable. Water absorbs every other color of light, leaving only blue to filter down into the depths. 10. Sound travels nearly 5 times faster in water than in air. Whale songs can cross entire ocean basins, carrying for thousands of miles through the deep. Let your breathing slow. There is nothing to do but listen. The ocean asks nothing of you. 11. Many deep-sea creatures produce their own light through a process called bioluminescence. They use chemical reactions inside their bodies to create soft glows of blue, green, and sometimes red. 12. The anglerfish dangles a glowing lure from a rod-like spine on its forehead. In the total darkness, smaller fish drift toward the light, not realizing what waits behind it. 13. Jellyfish have been drifting through the oceans for over 500 million years. They existed long before dinosaurs, long before trees, long before almost any other complex animal on Earth. 14. The giant squid can grow over 40 feet long. For centuries, it was considered a myth, a sea monster from sailors' tales. The first photographs of a living giant squid were not taken until 2004. 15. Deep-sea dragonfish have transparent teeth. These needle-like teeth are made of nanocrystals that do not scatter light, making them invisible to prey in the faint glow of the deep. 16. The barrel-eye fish has a completely transparent head. Its tubular eyes sit inside its see-through skull, allowing it to look straight up through its own forehead to spot the silhouettes of prey above. 17. Some species of octopus brood their eggs for years. The deep-sea octopus Grainlodon boreapacifica was observed guarding her eggs for 4.5 years, the longest known egg-brooding period of any animal. 18. The vampire squid is neither a squid nor an octopus. It drifts through oxygen-poor water at depths of 2,000 to 3,000 feet, feeding on tiny particles of organic matter that float down from above. 19. Comb jellies or ctenophores are among the most beautiful creatures in the deep ocean. They have rows of tiny cilia that refract light into shimmering rainbows as they pulse gently through the water. 20. The deep-sea hatchetfish has large, upward-pointing eyes and light-producing organs on its belly. It uses counterillumination, matching the faint light from above, to hide its silhouette from predators below. Take a gentle breath. Let your jaw unclench. We are sinking deeper now, and the world above grows quieter. 21. The ocean floor is not flat. It has mountain ranges taller than the Himalayas, valleys deeper than the Grand Canyon, and vast plains of soft, fine sediment that stretches for hundreds of miles. 22. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is an underwater mountain range that runs for over 10,000 miles down the center of the Atlantic Ocean. It is the longest mountain range on Earth. 23. Hydrothermal vents are openings in the seafloor where superheated water, rich in minerals, shoots up from beneath the Earth's crust. The water can reach temperatures of over 700 degrees Fahrenheit. 24. Despite these extreme temperatures, entire ecosystems thrive around hydrothermal vents. Giant tube worms, clams, shrimp, and bacteria all live in these superhot environments, drawing energy not from sunlight, but from chemicals. 25. The seafloor is covered in a layer of sediment made up of the remains of tiny organisms that have drifted down from the surface over millions of years. This sediment is called marine snow. 26. Marine snow falls continuously through the deep ocean like a gentle, never-ending snowstorm. It takes weeks for a single particle to drift from the surface to the deep ocean floor. 27. Manganese nodules are potato-sized lumps of metal that form on the deep ocean floor over millions of years. They grow at a rate of about 1 millimeter every million years, among the slowest geological processes known. 28. The abyssal plain, the flat floor of the deep ocean, is the single largest habitat type on Earth. It covers more than half of the planet's surface, and very few humans have ever seen it. 29. Submarine canyons cut through the continental shelves like river valleys. Monterey Canyon off the coast of California is as deep as the Grand Canyon and twice as wide in places. 30. The deep ocean floor is mostly made of basalt, a dense, dark volcanic rock. It is constantly being created at mid-ocean ridges and recycled back into the Earth at subduction zones. Let your shoulders soften. Let the weight of the day fall away. The deep ocean floor is a place of perfect stillness. 31. Every day, roughly 150 million tons of material sinks from the surface ocean toward the deep. This includes dead plankton, fecal matter, sand grains, and bits of shell and bone. 32. This constant shower of organic material is the primary food source for most deep-sea life. Without marine snow, the deep ocean would be almost entirely barren. 33. Some deep-sea organisms have evolved to eat incredibly slowly. A deep-sea sea cucumber may take an entire year to digest a single meal. 34. The deep ocean acts as a massive carbon sink. Organic carbon that sinks to the seafloor can be stored in sediments for millions of years, helping to regulate the planet's climate. 35. Cold seeps are areas on the ocean floor where methane and hydrogen sulfide bubble up slowly through the sediment. Like hydrothermal vents, they support unique communities of life. 36. At cold seeps, mussels and clams grow in dense clusters around the seeping chemicals. These animals harbor symbiotic bacteria inside their bodies that convert the chemicals into usable energy. 37. The Dumbo octopus lives at depths of up to 13,000 feet. It has two ear-like fins on its mantle that it flaps gently to swim, giving it a resemblance to the Disney elephant. 38. Deep-sea sponges can live for thousands of years. Some glass sponges in Antarctic waters have been estimated to be over 10,000 years old, making them among the oldest living animals on Earth. 39. The pressure at the bottom of the deep ocean would crush a human body almost instantly. And yet, life there has evolved soft, flexible bodies, gelatinous structures, and pressurized cells that are perfectly adapted. 40. Brine pools are underwater lakes on the ocean floor. They are formed by dense, super salty water that collects in depressions. They even have their own shorelines and waves, all hidden beneath the sea. Breathe slowly, in and out. The deep is patient and endless. There is no rush here. 41. Blue whales are the largest animals that have ever lived on Earth. They can grow over 100 feet long and weigh as much as 30 elephants. 42. Blue whale calls are among the loudest sounds in the ocean. They can reach 188 decibels, louder than a jet engine, but at frequencies so low that humans cannot hear them without special equipment. 43. Sperm whales dive to depths of over 7,000 feet in search of giant squid. They can hold their breath for up to 90 minutes, descending into total darkness with each dive. 44. The songs of humpback whales follow complex patterns and evolve over time. Whales in the same population sing the same song, which gradually changes from year to year. 45. There's a whale known as the 52 Hz whale that sings at a frequency higher than any other known whale species. It has been tracked by scientists since 1989, always alone. Some call it the loneliest whale in the world. 46. Beaked whales are among the deepest divers of all mammals. Cuvier's beaked whale holds the record for the deepest recorded dive by any mammal, nearly 10,000 feet. 47. Whale falls, the carcasses of dead whales that sink to the ocean floor, create entire ecosystems. A single whale fall can sustain a community of organisms for 50 to 75 years. 48. The first organisms to arrive at a whale fall are mobile scavengers, hagfish, sleeper sharks, and crabs. They can consume a 40-ton whale in just a few months. 49. After the flesh is gone, a second wave of creatures moves in. Bone-eating worms called ostax bore into the whale's skeleton, digesting the fats locked inside the bones with the help of symbiotic bacteria. 50. The deep ocean is sometimes called the silent world, but it is not truly silent. It is filled with the low hum of distant earthquakes, the rumble of submarine volcanoes, and the songs of whales crossing entire oceans. You are halfway now. Let your body become heavy. Let your thoughts drift like marine snow, slowly, gently, without direction. 51. More than 75% of all ocean creatures produce bioluminescence. The deep sea glows with soft flashes and pulses of light, like a galaxy scattered through the water. 52. The flashlight fish has a special organ beneath each eye that contains bioluminescent bacteria. It can blink this light on and off by raising and lowering a small flap of skin, like a tiny eyelid. 53. Some deep-sea shrimp can spit a cloud of glowing liquid at predators. The burst of light temporarily blinds the attacker, giving the shrimp a few precious seconds to escape. 54. The color blue travels the farthest through seawater, which is why most bioluminescent creatures glow blue or blue-green. Red light is absorbed quickly, so red creatures are effectively invisible in the deep. 55. The deep-sea dragonfish is one of the few creatures that can produce red bioluminescence. It uses this light like a secret flashlight illuminating prey that cannot see red light at all. 56. Dinoflagellates are tiny, single-celled organisms that glow blue when disturbed. In shallow waters, They create the famous phenomenon of bioluminescent waves that sparkle along shorelines at night. 57. The cookie-cutter shark uses bioluminescence to lure larger animals. A dark patch on its underside contrasts with the glow around it, making it look like a small fish from below. When a larger predator approaches, the cookie-cutter takes a round bite and swims away. 58. Some deep-sea squid release bioluminescent ink instead of the dark ink used by their shallow-water relatives. The glowing cloud distracts predators while the squid slips away into the dark. 59. The sea firefly, a tiny crustacean found in Japanese waters, produces one of the brightest bioluminescent displays in nature. During World War II, Japanese soldiers collected dried sea fireflies and used their glow to read maps at night without revealing their position. 60. If you could turn off all the bioluminescence in the deep ocean at once and then turn it back on, it would look like every star in the sky had been scattered through the water. Rest now, let the glow wash over you, soft and blue and safe. 61. The ocean sunfish, or mola mola, is the heaviest bony fish in the world. It can weigh over 5,000 pounds. Despite its size, it feeds primarily on jellyfish and spends much of its time drifting near the surface. 62. The nautilus is a living fossil. Its coiled shell and tentacles have remained virtually unchanged for over 500 million years. 63. Tripod fish stand on the ocean floor on 3 elongated fins, perfectly still, facing into the current. They wait, sometimes for hours, for tiny food particles to drift into reach. 64. The deep-sea gulper eel can open its enormous mouth wide enough to swallow prey much larger than itself. Its body is mostly mouth and stomach, an elegant adaptation to the scarcity of food in the deep. 65. Sea pigs are small, pink, sausage-shaped sea cucumbers that walk along the deep ocean floor on stubby tube feet. They travel in herds of hundreds, grazing on the organic particles in the sediment. 66. The Yeti crab was discovered in 2005 near hydrothermal vents in the South Pacific. Its hairy claws harbor colonies of bacteria that the crab farms and eats. 67. Some deep-sea creatures are nearly transparent. The glass octopus is almost completely see-through, with only its eyes, optic nerves, and digestive tract visible. 68. The Greenland shark is one of the slowest and longest-lived vertebrates on Earth. Some individuals are estimated to be over 400 years old, meaning they were alive during the reign of King James I. 69. Deep-sea corals grow in total darkness, without any sunlight. Unlike tropical corals, they do not rely on photosynthetic algae. Some deep-sea coral reefs are thousands of years old. 70. The ocean is so vast and so deep that new species are discovered on almost every deep-sea expedition. Scientists estimate that millions of ocean species remain unknown to science. Let your eyelids grow heavy. The creatures of the deep are gentle company, asking nothing, going about their quiet lives in the dark. 71. The global ocean conveyor belt, or thermohaline circulation, is a system of deep currents that moves water around the entire planet. Cold, dense water sinks near the poles and slowly flows along the ocean floor toward the equator. 72. A single parcel of water in the deep ocean conveyor belt can take roughly 1,000 years to complete one full circuit around the world. The water at the bottom of the Pacific may not have seen sunlight for a millennium. 73. Tides are caused by the gravitational pull of the moon and, to a lesser extent, the sun. The deep ocean rises and falls gently, rhythmically, twice a day. 74. Internal waves are enormous waves that occur deep beneath the ocean's surface, where layers of water with different densities meet. These waves can be hundreds of feet tall, but they move so slowly that they are invisible from the surface. 75. The ocean absorbs roughly a quarter of all the carbon dioxide that humans release into the atmosphere each year. The deep ocean is one of the planet's most important climate regulators. 76. In some parts of the deep ocean, the water is so still that sediment has remained undisturbed for millions of years. These sediment layers contain a record of Earth's climate stretching back tens of millions of years. 77. Antarctic bottom water is the coldest, densest water in the ocean. It forms along the coast of Antarctica when freezing surface water releases its salt, creating water so heavy that it sinks all the way to the ocean floor and spreads northward. 78. The ocean stores more heat than the entire atmosphere. The top few meters of the ocean hold as much thermal energy as the whole of the air above it. 79. Deep-sea sediment cores are like libraries of Earth's past. Scientists drill into the seafloor and pull up tubes of mud that contain layers of fossils, volcanic ash, and chemical signatures spanning millions of years. 80. If you could drain all the water from the ocean, you would reveal a landscape more dramatic and varied than anything on the surface of the continents. Mountains, volcanoes, trenches, plains, ridges, and canyons, all hidden beneath the waves. Breathe deeply. Let each breath carry you further from the waking world. The water is warm and still around you. 81. The ocean produces more than half of the world's oxygen. Tiny marine plants called phytoplankton float near the surface and photosynthesize, releasing oxygen into the atmosphere with every single breath you take. 82. The deep ocean is home to forests of soft corals that sway gently in the slow currents. Unlike their hard-shelled tropical cousins, these corals are flexible and delicate, like underwater trees made of silk. 83. Some deep-sea fish have no scales at all. Their skin is soft and velvety, adapted to a world without strong currents or rough surfaces. 84. The ocean has its own music. Pistol shrimp snap their claws so fast that they create tiny bubbles of superheated plasma. The collective snapping of billions of shrimp creates a constant, gentle crackling sound that fills the tropical ocean. 85. Sea spiders in the deep southern ocean can have leg spans of over 2 feet. In the cold, oxygen-rich waters, they grow much larger than their tiny, shallow water relatives. 86. The starfish has no brain and no blood. Instead, it uses a water vascular system, pumping seawater through its body to move its tube feet and digest food. 87. Some deep-sea anemones attach themselves to the shells of hermit crabs. The anemone gets transported to new feeding grounds, and the crab gets protection from the anemone's stinging tentacles. A gentle partnership in the dark. 88. The largest waterfall on Earth is underwater. The Denmark Strait Cataract, between Iceland and Greenland, drops water over 11,000 feet, more than 3 times the height of Angel Falls in Venezuela. 89. Pearl-producing oysters can live for over 20 years. A natural pearl begins as a tiny grain of sand or parasite that irritates the oyster. Layer by layer, the oyster coats the intruder in nacre, creating something beautiful from discomfort. 90. The deep ocean smells of nothing at all. In the absence of air, there is no scent. It is a world experienced only through touch, pressure, vibration, and faint traces of light. Your breath is slow and easy now. We are almost at the end. Just 10 more gentle facts, and then the ocean will carry you off to sleep. 91. If you descended into the deep ocean, you would pass through 5 distinct layers: the sunlight zone, the twilight zone, the midnight zone, the abyssal zone, and the hadal zone, each one darker, colder, and more peaceful than the last. 92. The hadal zone is named after Hades, the Greek underworld. It exists only in the deepest ocean trenches, below 20,000 feet. Fewer people have visited the Hadal Zone than have walked on the moon. 93. Life in the Hadal Zone moves slowly and deliberately. Organisms have adapted to extreme pressure, near-freezing temperatures, and total absence of light. They have all the time in the world. 94. Some deep-sea sponges build their skeletons from silica, the same material used to make glass. These glass sponges are exquisitely beautiful, with lattice structures so delicate they look like frozen lace. 95. The ocean is connected everywhere. A molecule of water in the Arctic Ocean will eventually reach the Indian Ocean, the Pacific, the Atlantic. The ocean is one single, vast, interconnected body. 96. Bioluminescent creatures in the deep sometimes flash in unison, creating waves of soft light that ripple across the darkness. No one knows exactly why they do this. Perhaps it is simply the ocean breathing. 97. At the very bottom of the ocean, in the deepest trenches, there is absolute stillness. No wind, no waves, no currents. Just the slow, patient settling of marine snow drifting down from above. 98. The ocean has been here for over 4 billion years. It has watched continents form and break apart, ice ages come and go, and millions of species rise and fall. It is the oldest, most patient thing on Earth. 99. Scientists believe that life itself began in the deep ocean, near hydrothermal vents, where simple chemical reactions became the first stirrings of living cells. You are, in a very real sense, a child of the deep sea. 100. Right now, as you lie here, the deep ocean is breathing. Currents are moving, marine snow is falling, bioluminescent creatures are pulsing with soft light, whales are singing across thousands of miles, and the oldest water on Earth is slowly, patiently, making its way around the planet. It has been doing this for billions of years. It will continue long after we are gone. And tonight, you can rest knowing that somewhere beneath the waves, the deep ocean is holding the world together, quietly, faithfully, while you sleep. Good night, let the deep ocean carry you now. There is nothing more to know, nothing more to do, just rest, just breathe, just sleep.